Cloud family, your neighbor-friendly fat man. It's Dab with Dad After Dark. I have missed y'all. Oh my God.
Stand and fight. Stand and fight. Will you run away? You stand and fight.
As always, shout out to Rebel Spaz for being a G and saying I can use all his music, so, don't take my shit down. I got permission by the artist. God damn, I hate that I have to say that at the beginning of every show. You know what I mean? Hey, I want to shout Rebel Spaz out, all right? It's my boy. If you guys haven't checked him out, his Spotify, YouTube, he's on TikTok, he's literally everywhere. Completely underrated, but music is phenomenal. You guys get a chance, Rebel Spaz, go check him out. Dude, he has so much good music, which I'll be playing throughout the live just because I thoroughly enjoy it anyway. And I'm just, I'm on the tip. I get to go see him here in 6 days. Me and my boy are going to be taking the trip to go actually physically see Rebel Spaz open for Chris Calico, first and foremost. So go ahead, be jelly. I will be there, so will my boy in our weed suits, looking all types of fly. Sorry, I'm coughing, but it's not COVID. It's the chronic. I just did some fat-ass dabs, which I'll be doing another one here in a second because I got some pure, exclusive Bel Air Kush diamonds. And these bad boys are these things are clear enough to be a girl's best friend. Like, if someone had, if someone had a Heisenberg issue, they would probably mistake what's in this container. Just saying. But that was never really my cup of tea. So, let me pop into the stream here and see what it looks like. See what there is to be seen. These bad boys. And either or, I also need to share this live stream onto my other platform because we are no longer streaming on Space, okay? Meta, whatever the fuck you want to call it nowadays. We're not streaming on there no more. They're on some funny shit all the time, wanting to shut people's stuff down, weird stuff. I'm not with it, okay? That's probably what half tonight's thing's going to be about. It's just about being censored as a stoner. All right, it's been happening for years. And you'd figure in today's day and age, with as many states that have legalized, as many countries that don't have an issue with it, you would figure that stigma would have started to go away. After seeing all the work that our group does with Billy Blaze at the helm, we're putting in a lot of fucking work and making a lot of fucking change. We're the hardest working stoners in the damn world. And people still look at us you guys aren't that great. And then if we post it online, it's oh, I'm sorry, did you say cannabis? Blocked. Oh, did you say cannabis? You're wrong. Religion. Just frustrating. Sharing this. Come tap into Dabs with Dads After Dark. Boom. But as a lot of you, anyone who has seen our show before, when it has the After Dark title, it is not going to be kid friendly. It is going to probably border on somewhat raunchy. But that is what it is, okay? We are adults. Let your freak flag fly. Anyhow, so first things first, if you have some type of smokage, it's going down, cameraman. It was still up because I was playing Rebel Spaz. But anyhow, if you've got some smoke, I have to light mine off camera because, YouTube and stuff. But that's, again, something else. I am an Ohio medical patient. For anyone who's new that's catching this or happens to scroll past it, I am a medical marijuana patient in the state of Ohio. Therefore, I am allowed to legally medicate. So, suck one, YouTube. But I'm just so sick of having to, hide my... But I can smoke a cigarette on camera. As long as you can see that it comes out of this pack, they don't seem to give a fuck. And this is going to kill you. This ain't. Okay, what it's wrapped in might. Which, as a lot of people do not know, if you are a medical patient in the state of Ohio, they don't want you to combust your giggle bush. So they give you the right to own it, possess it, buy it, and smoke it, but they want you to vaporize it. Which I do have dry herb vaporizers. I've got quite a few of them, and I like them. They do work. Dry herb vapes really do, whenever you burn cannabis, you get about 40% of the THC content within that
cannabis flower or whatever it is you're using. If you vaporize, you get between like 50-60%. But the absolute best way and most efficient way to consume cannabis is to eat it. Okay, and a lot of people don't know that. Fun fact: your body breaks down between 70 and 80% of all the THC content of whatever it is you're consuming when you eat it and ingest it that way. That's why they tell you RSO in small doses on a cracker or whatever to orally, not to try to dab it, shit like that. Because let's be honest, smoking is for fun. Like, yes, we medicate. It's immediate medication. It's an immediate, fast-acting relief. But for the most part, smoking is fun. RSO, like eating and consuming and taking it on a regular daily regimen, that is a medication. And I would rather see people on that than what I was given. They had me on so many anxiety meds and shit. Like, I was on a smorgasbord of shit I should not have been on. But they figure, look, man, you're already an addict, so we'll just make you our addict instead. And that's what happens. Giggle Bush gave it back to my family, my friends. Gave it back to me. Who is Tom McDonald? Sorry, right underneath me talking and moving my hand like this on the screens, I can't see it, is this Tom McDonald Behind the Controversy documentary, and now I'm going to have to watch that. Thank you, ADHD. Which, again, if you are a medical patient or you are looking into wanting to be a medical patient and ADHD, dyslexia, PTSD, depression, anxiety, things like that are issues for you, a good hybrid at a low dose actually does wonders for that. And contrary to popular opinion, I'm also a big fan and I'm an avid pusher of microdosing mushrooms. Now, hear me out. I'm not saying to eat a bunch of fucking caps and make a smoothie, which of me, if you want to, by all means, please do. The shit's, it's an excellent mental reset for your fucking mind, for real. Like, you can end up, like, hella refreshed and feel like you slept for, like, 8 hours after a good night tripping. But the micro-dosing aspect of it, I have a friend with early onset Crohn's, is what we think it is. He is a recovering addict himself. He's had a lot of digestive issues since trying to becoming, you know what I mean, and going into recovery. Well, he's tried RSO, the distillates, and he has to take so much because his body doesn't process and break things down the way like mine does. And some people, fun fact, lack. They completely lack something in their body, that an enzyme that breaks down cannabidiol. So that some people just don't get any type of effect off edibles, which would suck. Well, if you don't have a very fast metabolism, your body takes a while to break it down. Therefore, you're gonna have to take more before you actually get the relief from that. That man took 5,000 milligrams of a bunch of distillates and edibles just to see if he could do it, and that was the first time he'd ever actually experienced what it was like for us every day on regular edibles. So bear that in mind. The first time you take edibles, depending on how much you take, some people think you can just take, you know what I mean, however much, and you're just gonna get fucking floppy eyed. That's not gonna happen. You want to be blindfolded with dental floss, you're going to have to take up, you know what I mean, a couple hundred milligrams. At least 150, 200 milligrams to really get to that level. But anything underneath that is very docile as far as, like, some people don't like that buzz, but they have arthritis issues or MS, lupus, things like that. THC in low doses paired with CBD, one of the absolute best NSAIDs and pain relievers that there is for chronic pain that comes along with rheumatoid arthritis. I mean, anything that would come that would be arthritis like will go there. CBD is, like I said, it's a natural NSAID. You can take more of it than the ibuprofen and shit. I fuck my stomach up taking ibuprofen. During the whole teeth debacle of last year, I gave myself a prolapse and a lot of... I got 99 problems and my belly's almost all of them. Sorry, man. I'm already stoned to begin with. This is just going to be all bad. But CBD has been helping. I've been taking a tincture that I get that, you know what I mean, I use it daily, and it actually does fucking work. But you gotta fucking take it. You gotta fucking commit. But I'm not going to keep preaching on that when we're going to move forward. So, let me pop into the stream here because it's not even showing me no live chat. There it is. Let me light this. I can't remember what he said it was we smoked earlier. But my boy came back right before I came home from work. And we smoked down. I think he said it was like sour candy or I don't know. It was like sweet tarts or like sweet sour candy or some shit. I don't know. But what I do know is we smoked that shit and it like after you hit it, especially like before you lit it, you know that taste you get after you eat like a mouthful of like real sweet tarts? Exactly like that. And it's a Giggle Bush strain. Dude, like I said, I think it was called like sour candy or something. Like I said, it was like sweet tarts or something. Might have been sweet tarts. But yeah, oh my lord, it tasted just like you had a mouthful of fucking sweet tart candies. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But I know one thing. I'm going to pop out of here for a second. I'm going to rebel spaz it up again for a second. You know why? Because just because I don't know how people like he hasn't blown up yet, and it's surprising. Because when you see this guy, like when you look at Rebel Spaz, you're not. I guarantee. Picture someone with the name Rebel Spaz who makes fire music. Picture what he looks like, and then go look him up. Not who you're expecting, and he is one of the most humble, down to earth fucking people. I can't wait to go see him in person. He's from the Dayton, Ohio area, so I mean, we're just rolling up to Canton. Day trip. Like, okay, to put you in the mindset of what Rebel Spaz, who Rebel Spaz looks like, he looks like that super cool drunk uncle who can rap really well. I mean, maybe if you don't know what that's like, I guess you're not from Ohio. But like, I think everyone has a cool fucking drunk uncle who smokes a little bit of weed, still like super hip to the times, and he raps. This dude looks like an accountant that'll beat your ass in a battle rap. Promise. Okay. Like he looks like he looks like an advertising or like marketing major that will fuck you up with 16s. Just I don't know, maybe just me. Girl, a drink. Sorry, you're gonna randomly just hear that pop up throughout the rest of the fucking show. This is what it is. But something that I'm also just kind of now getting used to, all right? I've been doing the social media deal. Like, we're just now trying to build up the YouTube, so we're getting there. We're getting there. But my TikTok is, really taking off. The amount of people who have recognized me lately has been nuts. Because I'm the guy everyone recognizes because I was an asshole as a kid. Okay? I was one of those young men, you either loved me or you hated me. There was no in between. No one I have ever met in the history of ever has kind of liked me. Like, it's either they're all in and love me or they absolutely hate my fucking guts. There is no gray area. Hold up. There we go. But I've been noticing a really big surge in people that are like, hey, you're that back porch guy. I wouldn't yell that too loud in a crowd, my guy. It's front porch, and that's actually like ADHD. But no, the whole it's the front porch sessions, and that's just like the little that's my movement, my thing, not my name. If anything, I go by the Bearded Badass, but it's just Matt. But yeah, I had so many people like, hey, you're that back porch guy. I don't know your wife. What do you mean? Back porch where? Whose back porch? No, because we were actually walking through the Wheeling Tough Man. And we were getting signatures and stuff, talking to people. Everyone's, oh, the weed suits, I support you, as they were sloppy I mean, they were drunk. Every person I talked to could barely fucking say, I like your weed suit in a coherent sentence. It was more, I support it. That was pretty much what everyone sounded like. So there was a bunch of Chewbacca's with Tourette's. just a bunch of bearded fucking I support it. And they were shit-faced. Most of them couldn't even sign. They couldn't have signed the petition if they wanted to, because holding that pen would have just been too much work. We were mainly doing it to get some of the signatures or whatever, but mainly to kind of generate some buzz. And what it ended up doing, we had 2 wheeling police officers that stood there, and like as soon as I got into the fucking building, everyone knew who I was. Hey, back porch guy. Yep, back porch guy here. Weed suit, back porch guy. That's me. Thank you. Support. But as soon as I walked in, you could tell they'd already seen Bill, because they're like, hey, wait, another one? Hey, yeah, your buddy's right over there. 2 wheeling cops pointed me in the direction to find Bill as he's walking down the steps with an entourage of people that are like in awe of his outfit. It was fucking priceless. But these 2 cops, the cop that we talked to, stood there and had a very, very, civil conversation. He was totally progressive and for it. It's actually posted on my Facebook, and it's actually courtesy of Bill. Bill has those new Ray-Ban stories, the sunglasses you can record from. So he actually got to record the interaction of me and that officer, which was super fucking cool, because that cop was cool as fuck. All right, like cool as hell. And he didn't realize that his partner was standing behind him with his phone down by his duty belt, recording us talking too. I seen that. So, bald cop, I saw you. You weren't slick. But I mean, I was fine with it. I wanted it recorded anyway, because normally we actually get a decent reception from most law enforcement officers, like when we're doing our door-to-door stuff. But occasionally, you do get a Deputy Dan that kind of gets in their feelings and, respect my authority, that wants to try to flex nuts, and they don't know their... What's kind of scary about that is a lot of the cops that we deal with that have a problem with it don't know their job, and they don't know why they're like the rights that they try to invade to get their numbers up for their cases are the ones they swore to defend when they took that fucking job. Really counterproductive. But there has been far less cops like that, lately. We've had 1 or 2, but for the most part, the most cops we talk to, they want to see these decrims go through. They want to see legalization go through, because, I mean, within reason, they realize what cannabis is doing out here for people, and we could be fucking ODing in bathrooms and shit. I'm just fucking saying. There's worse things in the world than smoking a fucking joint. I could be at a bar every fucking night, drinking myself stupid, acting like an idiot, wasting cops' time, dealing with my drunk ass, fighting people, hurting myself or others, because nothing's a bad fucking idea when I'm drinking. I drink half of a Busch Light Apple on our show once or twice a week. And I still have the other can from the last show, which is almost all the way full. Another can from the show before, almost all the way full. Another one. Oh, wait. That last one was a Dr. Pepper. It looked red until I got it up. I was like, wait, never mind, that ain't the right one. But yeah, people can go out and put themselves at risk driving around drunk, acting like idiots, and it's legal to make plans to go drink. But, you know what I mean? 2 people want to meet up, smoke a fucking joint, they have to look over their shoulder and shit. It just doesn't make sense. If I can take an aluminum straw and stuff it into a fucking wine box and make an adult fucking Capri Sun, there should be nothing wrong with me lighting this fucking doobie on fucking camera and having a little chit chat. Because somewhere out there, somebody else is fucking smoking with me. I don't know. I look at things a little differently, especially nowadays. I used to be a pretty big drinker. Jay Davis, Turp House Farms, what's up? Actually, shout out BYB, Brawlers Network. Jay Davis, I appreciate the hell out of you, my guy. Sorry, I just now got over to the stream again. Mike Usnick, what's up, Bubba? Actually, Mike Usnick of the Pink Sock Podcast will be on the show Monday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're not going to want to miss that one. And I promise it won't be near as many ball and dick jokes as last time. We'll keep those to a minimum. I'm in Facebook jail for 14 more days. See, a lot of people aren't seeing my content on Facebook because I was sharing something to the Cloud Room, which is a group that I'm an admin for. I shared the 420 Live we do every single fucking day on Facebook, and I got a ban for it. And now for the next like 20 something days, they're moving all of my content to the bottom of the feed. So if people could like share that a couple times for me, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, so for I have like 20 more days before Facebook's gonna actually let people see my shit again. So I'm in timeout on Facebook. They've already tried to ban our lives twice, and I've already had to do one appeal for that one. So we moved to another platform. I will advertise on FaceSpace, but that's about as far as that's getting. And I'm sorry, I wish MySpace would make a comeback because Tom would have never done this to us. Okay? Tom just wanted to be everybody's fucking friend. That was it. He wanted to be your first friend. That's it. He gave us an awesome platform, dude. We could change everything about it, add music. Like, you could embed shit in the background. It was fucking cool. After a while, you're able to make little stickers and shit. My stickers were always so ate up. I have a fucked up sense of humor, but Tom would have never done this to us. Y'all gave us all, we gave everything over to Mark Zuckerberg, and look where we're at now. Smoking some Magic Melon dabs. Jake McCardle, hell yeah. Ohio Higher Mind, how are you doing? 740, stand up. Appreciate you popping in. I am actually smoking on some ice cream cake with a little bit of Widow of Belair back. So it's like, I'm having a mixed drink. And I've also got some, as I've said before, Belair Kush Diamonds. These bad boys here are just some kind of beautiful. They are pure white. They're 98% pure THC. The other 2% is the terpene that it's actually infused with. And anyone can Google Belair Kush. It's a strain. Schmidt Jr. That's my fucking brother. And Jason Wilson took that plant and made it. Whoo! Just look up Belair Kush. If you get a chance, look up Belair Kush, Belair 2.0, Widow Belair. You'll see what I mean. That is what I am smoking on. And I've got my Belair Kush Diamonds, which I'll be doing a dab here in just a minute. But I do appreciate everybody popping. I'm smoking on some runs from NorCal. Okay. It seems like everyone's been smoking runs lately. I've been hearing that a lot. Everyone I've talked to, even on the live stream earlier, they said they were smoking pink runs and white runs with the two. But I have very big news for the foreseeable future on the show. We'll be moving to a new studio here directly, which means I'll be able to bring better content. We're actually going to start posting stuff to the YouTube, making actual videos. I've got a bunch of people lined up that I'm going to be interviewing here soon. A few are cannabis activists. One is incredibly fucking close to me that I want to get him on the show as soon as fucking possible. But I want to get the studio set up. Like I said, we have Mike Usnick from the Pink Sock podcast. I want to get Brady Shepard from Useless Reality. Some people that I am close with. I am going to get Rebel Spaz on the fucking show. But I want it to be, when I can get these people on here, I want to have Brian Phillips from High Valley Auto Accessories back on again because he is always a blast. He fucking bruised me last time we were doing this shit. But I want to get the studio set up, get that, because I want it to be a more intimate deal, because there's some people that I want to talk to. Like, I want to get Jay Nice on the show, another rapper with an amazing backstory. I want to get these people who I know are just like me. We were screw-ups who are doing amazing things now. Jay Nice is now, he went from, we were slanging fucking shit. He's a local rapper who built up, he's running his own free to the public, free to kids wrestling academy. You've got, I want to get Rick Lay, RL Strength and Conditioning, on the show. These are people that even just in our area are doing amazingly influential things. Rick Lay is a professional boxer, professional fighter who went and started a free to the public, free to kids training program, training camp, where these kids can go and learn boxing, mixed martial arts. They work out. They get sponsors that help with their gloves, and he gives them incentives, and he's put a lot into that. And I love watching that. I've seen it since the beginning, since it started, to what he is doing now. And it's absolutely fucking phenomenal. I will eventually have Jay Davis on the show. Jay Davis is the owner of BYB Brawler Network, Turp House Farms. He is an incredibly amazing person. And if you guys look up the BYB, that's going to be taking over here soon, okay? The bare knuckle fighting is like the future. It's the now. And they've got so much cool shit. And then shout out MMA Coin for showing my man some love. People are doing big ass things. Fuck, Bill and John Miller and them just went down to Vegas to Champs and smoked with Mike Tyson. Well, shout out John Miller. Mike Tyson opened up one of his own blunts, put it in John Miller's fucking mouth, and lit it for him. How fucking cool is that? I don't know, just some shit. You'll have to interview me. I work at a dispensary, have a lot of knowledge on cannabis. Ohio Higher Mind, dude, send me a message. I will definitely get that set up because I mean, that's what I'm looking for. I myself am an activist, and we're actually just going to be starting Wheeling, West Virginia's decriminalization starting this week, actually. We had our first action meeting last Wednesday at Eden's in Wheeling, West Virginia on Wheeling Island. It's Eden's Family Restaurant. We had one hell of a turnout. We've got city council members and committee members that are actually helping out on this. A lot of people don't think Wheeling can happen because it's very old-minded, old-valued, but they've got a lot of new people that are coming into these committees and that I feel like have a fresh idea of what they want for Wheeling. And I don't want to go into too much detail, but I do want to quote Rosemary Ketchum when she said she wants Wheeling to be known as not just the friendly city, but the cannabis friendly city. So that was, that was big for me to hear from her because she's our in. Like she's that thing, B. Like she is all 100% for it. You got Steve Novotny, he's the voice of the Valley. There's some heavy hitters that I want you guys to get to know them on an intimate level. Because there are people that I share a lot of fucking content with, just to bring y'all up to speed on to who and what we're trying to do here. But I need outreach. I need to build this shit up. And so far, I've only got 2 platforms that I'm decently known on, so I got to build this one up too. I was working on with Dawn, trying Zanesville, Ohio Higher Mind. Yeah, Dawn's all right. I'm not a big fan of Ohio Normal. I absolutely respect what they're doing, but I know Appalachia Normal in a way that a lot of other people don't. I know why they had shut down for a while. I know why their branch had the issues they did. I can't get behind Ohio Normal because I know the activists that are actually doing the work and the people that are getting the credit for it. So that is the only thing that I will say on that one because I ain't trying to cause no waves or like start any beefs with anybody. I just see who's getting the credit and who's doing the work as far as Ohio activism is concerned. I see who they call whenever there's a problem and their back's against the wall, but yet they try to keep him out of a lot of decisions and a lot of things that go on so that they get the limelight where it should be the other activists that are working just as hard, if not way harder, that's working right alongside of him, getting absolutely no shine because Dawn gets most of the recognition. But I appreciate you for working with Dawn and trying to help get that done for real because that's what we need. We need more people that, we need a whole lot less of, we need to decriminalize and more people that go out and actually fucking help. We need a whole lot less people online, we should just legalize, and more people go out and actually put the fucking work in so we can get the legalization to go through. Because at the end of the day, the legalization and decriminalizations protect the everyday smoker. You know what I mean? Like, that's who we're trying to protect. The everyday patient who needs and should have access to this medicine, but doesn't because of these fucking bullshit rules and regulations. When the Republicans and Democrats both have bills to end the prohibition on cannabis. Like, that's how far we've made it, is they both have good reasons as to why they want to no longer have that fucking prohibition on cannabis. And I think they also finally see the tax revenue could triple the alcohol industry tenfold. Like the cannabis industry I think will drown out a lot. I mean, a lot of people love to drink, but a lot of people love to smoke too. I think they will triple the money that they make with big alcohol companies. You know what I mean? Anheuser-Busch, whatever. I think that's why they're finally seeing that. And they're like, okay, well, we can change a lot of shit and make up some of that COVID money with some cannabis money. Just the way I look at things. We will have to have a conversation about that. Ohio Higher Mind. Absolutely. Like I said, please send me a message. I will be more than happy to discuss it, man. This is what I'm here to do. This is, you know what I mean? That's what this whole channel's about. There's been a little bit of drama and whatnot. We got that kicked to the side, and I eventually want to. I mean, once Dustin gets his stuff together, I would like to have him back to the show because I miss my man's for real. You know what I mean? Like that's my little buddy. But the show must go on, and that's where we're at. So, anybody that is viewing that is from the West Virginia, Wheeling, West Virginia area, if you want to help with this decriminalization, if you are a registered voter who lives in Wheeling, definitely get with me or someone like Billy Blaze himself, and let us know. We can get your name on the petition. We can get you registered. We can get anyone registered as long as you're going to be 18 by November. We can register you to vote. That's big. You know what I mean? We need to get younger people involved. Granted, I am not a political man, nor will I ever be. This is as far into politics as you'll ever hear me get. And that's for Gigglebush, all right? That's it. Like, I am all for us flexing our rights, and we need to, like, more often. I am here for people's rights, and especially as it pertains to cannabis. But that's kind of as far as my political views go. But I do feel we need to get more younger people engaged in politics so that we can help turn this shit around. Because we've had the old school mentality for a long time. It's time to get a little more progressive, a little more fucking let's build our future up here, people. But that's just how I look at things. My boy Billy Blaze worked circles around Don Keeney and did not get the credit he deserved. Don tried to take that credit. Not okay. No bueno. But, like I said, I respect anyone who's out here trying to grind for Ohio cannabis and for cannabis in general. I'm with you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool. Let's do that. But don't take credit for work we didn't do. That's my only bugaboo. Put credit where it's due, because this shit's hard out here anyhow. Rolling out here in a weed suit, man. We got a fucking target on your back. Everybody wants to see us fail. And I know what, I mean, I was an addict. People are so prone to me screwing up that when I do screw up, they're like, oh, yep, has to be true. I know what that shit's like, and I know how hard it is to get people to take you seriously when you have changed and turned that new leaf and listen to what you have to say as far as, you know, I mean, your stance on cannabis, especially when they have that in the back of their mind of, oh, he's just an addict who wants to use a drug legally. I hear that argument so fucking much. But I see why people feel that way. That's the kind of like, that's the double-edged sword of it. I understand why they feel the way they feel, but most people have a very hard time arguing out of that corner because it's like, well, I mean, fuck, you got me there. Just, no. I genuinely believe that I smoke as much as I do throughout the fucking day because I was supposed to be on anti-anxiety meds. I am a people person, but I have a hard time peopling since I've been in recovery because I've only known how to be social with drugs and alcohol. So, going into those type of situations and being in the public eye all day long, no matter where I go, everyone's, hey, you know what I mean? Hey, you're like, I follow you on Facebook. I smoke because of the stress. Not to mention, I'm a big guy. I walk around all day long. My feet, knees, and fucking back have had it. I've had knee issues since I was 17. That was half the reason how I got on painkillers to begin with. And I ain't trying to go back to that. I can't take ibuprofen and Tylenol. Drinking is just not a good idea for me because, like I said, nothing's a bad idea. I go from I'm only having one beer to hi, I'm Matt Cooper. Welcome to Jackass. It gets bad. Eaglebush politics and politics are two different topics. It's facts. And as I am always here for cannabis politics, we can talk that all day long. Pros and cons to cannabis reform, I'm fine with that. We can talk about Ohio's medical prices versus any recreational state. I'm with it. I won't talk about anything else political. People have asked my stance on the war over in, like, with the Russia and Ukraine. The other thing I'm going to say is I stand with Ukraine. And that's it. But I always stand with the underdog. That's what I'm here for. And, I mean, okay, I do have a comment on this situation. Has anyone noticed they kind of made this whole Putin-Zelensky thing, like, wrestling? They're making, like, they're like cutting promo videos and shit. I'm pretty sure I seen Zelensky like come out to Stone Cold Steve Austin's music on a fucking podcast. They got Twisted Sister got a hold of him and said that they don't mind if they use "We're Not Gonna Take It" as their fucking battle song. Which way to try to stay relevant on that one, but but I really like. Does no one else feel like they took this war and was like, you know what? The Super Bowl's already happened. We need another football. And there's no good UFC fights right now. Okay, so in the red corner, again, just how I feel, but I feel like they turned that shit into like a soap opera. You'll never know the actual truth of what's going on. You'll never know, you know what I mean? But I will say, like I said, I stand with Ukraine. Oh! Please someone tell me there is truth to me hearing that Ukraine said that they would let Russian prisoners of war go as long as they were picked up by their moms. Their high school principal on them. Huh, listen, come get your fucking kid, but it has to be you come sign him out. But we're sending him home. Please tell me that's true. Yes! Someone told me that, and I was like, nah. So I started looking around online, but I believe half of what I see online anymore. But yeah, I was reading this article, and they're like, yeah, Russian POWs will be free to go as soon as their mothers come and pick them up at the Ukraine border. I said, wait, what? They called their moms? Come pick up your child right now. They're looking at some charges, but we'll at least let them go home. We're not putting them in jail today. That's the equivalent of going to that fucking party and getting brought home to your mom in the fucking back of a cop car. Like, that is exactly what the fuck happened there. That was you were hanging out with your buddies, you got into a fucking fight, and the cops were like, all right, you know what? Fuck jail, we're calling your mom. And please tell me why that's more scary. Dude, the first time I ever got in trouble and had to, like, you know what I mean, actually, like, stay in jail, they told me, I called everybody I could think of to come get me. Finally, they were like, dude, just call your mom. Yeah, we're right, I'll stay here. They're like, no, just call your parents, dude. You don't need to be here. It ain't a big deal. Like, you know what I mean? They'll come get you. They'll be mad. I was like, no, I'll stay here unless someone's going to fucking strap them down. Are you going to drive us all home to make sure I get home safely? And then finally, the one cop was like, yeah, no, I think I like this better. You're going home. That was fucked up. But very true. I think you and I have a lot in common. Higher mind. I have a lot in common with a lot of people, truth be told. I see things. I'm a realist. You know what I mean? I live in the gray area of life. Like, I understand more than most people how much shit happens. Like, I understand that no situation is what it seems. There's three sides to every fucking story. Like, I am just that guy. Because I've fucking been there. I have been a man of circumstance for most of my goddamn life. I know what it's like to be piss ass broke. I know what it's like to try to fucking to fuck up, try to make shit right, and no one give you that shot because you fucked up so much. Like, I know what that shit's like. Which is why I want to do what I'm doing. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy doing public speaking because I have done everything wrong for so fucking long. Like, you really can switch that shit back around. It just takes a whole lot of fucking effort, and you have to want to prove people wrong. And that has to be kind of the petty part of it, is you have to want recovery bad enough to prove people wrong. Otherwise, you're going to fucking backslide. It just is what it is, because the problem is we're addicts. We like that buzz. We chase that serotonin because we're addicts. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We're going to get it somehow. Just food for thought. Said shaking my head, same. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I'm not gonna fake the funk. It is what it is. I seen somebody, I can't remember what platform I was on, but they were having the argument that all you see nowadays is everyone's so proud to be in recovery, and everyone's always so vocal about, you know what I mean, being in recovery. And I mean, I see where their argument is, because I mean, yes, it was a choice that we made, but do you know what it's like to have like those type of issues for that long realize how bad you're fucking up. The feeling you get when you finally get the shit right and get back on track, like, that is something to be celebrated. So don't ever knock somebody's the way they recover. Don't ever knock somebody's feelings on recovery because they're right. Whether even if they're like, oh, recovery's not a choice, blah blah. You know what I mean? Like, you're right. Like, in your opinion of that situation is right. No matter which way it leans. Whether you're for addiction, against addiction, I'm gonna say you're right because whatever makes you not make that decision, stick with it. Whether it's you're afraid to, whether it's you don't believe in it, whether it's whatever, you're right. And people look at me like I'm fucking nuts when I say that shit, but it's the truth. Like, how am I going to tell you that you're wrong for telling me that I shouldn't be excited for, you know what I mean, being in recovery? Because you don't want recovery thrown in your face or thrown down your throat, but we're going to recover out loud. Like, we're going for the people that are proud of us, and we just have to deal with some haters every so often. But we do put it out there publicly, so we also have to accept that there are some people that don't see things the way we do as far as recovery, so they're not going to take it seriously. And that's not wrong of them. A lot of people that are like that have been burnt by somebody with an addiction, and that's where a lot of that's coming from. But you can't say they're wrong because that whatever trauma they've got where that hate stems from is very real. And that's just certain shit people don't think about nowadays. Before they open their mouth to make ignorant ass comments, before people speak on topics and situations that have nothing to do with them, don't think. And again, when I have to be the voice of reason, shoo, we have some problems. This is not a Tyson rap, but it'll do. That's why I appreciate you, G. Haven't known you that long. Look at the clouds, fam. Jake McCardle, and I appreciate the fuck out of that, man. And it is a family. It's a gigantic family. It's a family of people that genuinely give a shit. Now, granted, you're always going to have your snakes in the grass. You're always going to have your two-faced people in any family. Look at your, you know what I mean? Look at your family right now as it sits. And if you can't figure out who the two-faced one is, it's probably you. But every family has them. You're going to have people that, you know what I mean, play both sides of the fence, whatever. There's going to be a little drama, but at the end of the day, everyone in that family is going to help you if you need it. And again, that's stuff that people just don't take into account. And it's, oh, I hate people like that. Why? The world needs them. They're supposed to be here. Because those people, when you see how they're acting and you're like, oh, God, I can't live. Why would they do? They're reminding you daily not to behave like that. By seeing them and having them in the world, you now know that is how you're not going to behave in a situation. That is a fucking win and a life lesson, if you ask me. So, like I said, the world needs them to a point. It's like the world needs Karens. Matt, the world needs Karens. What? Karens and Carls. Who else will we laugh at? On every social media platform. They feel they serve a purpose. They feel like they're correcting the world. They're grammar police. They're, you know what I mean? They get to tell who lives in every building, just because they've never seen you. But you know not to behave like that. So, I mean, again, now there's not an entire world of people like that because now everyone else gets to see them like, ooh, nope, that's a shitty human being. Yes, it is. Don't duplicate. Just the way I look at things. Dustin Stewart, my G, love the fuck out of you, Bubba. Miss you. Like, I can't wait to have you back on the fucking show. Like, legit, can't fucking wait to get you back on the show. 6 days, we will be checking out Rebel Spaz and Chris fucking Calico. And I am excited as fuck. I have been looking for reasons to put my fucking weed suit on. And I feel like a Chris Calico show, a Rebel Spaz show, is, if not one of the best reasons to put that fucking weed suit back on. Like, I thoroughly enjoy that. That is like my, like, to the back cave. I want an inflatable phone booth so I can run in that. Like, I want to carry it around me everywhere so I can hurry up, blow it up, jump inside of it, put my weed suit on, and pop out of it. Just saying. If I wasn't so fat and could fit 2 dress shirts on, I would. Sad fact about it is I would. I have to walk around with a jogging suit over top of my suit just so it fit. Then I'd be all sweaty.
Get one of the jogging suits that have the buttons. So you just
Party guy. Party boy. Super pumped, bro. About to be litty. Oh, I'm telling you, I can't fucking wait, my G. Cannot wait. But I think it's time to get ready to do a dab. And then we'll probably be doing our sign off right not too long before that. Or after that, because we've already hit shit, we're at an hour now, aren't we? Alright. I wasn't gonna try to go an hour. Ha, that's what he said. Never. So, if you've got your dabs, I'd say it's about time to do them. Don't forget to check Dabs with Dads Monday night, 9:30. If you guys could, share the live for me. Share the link to the Dabs with Dads page. Trying to get some people over here so they know it's there. God, those things are good. But I love and appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for always showing up. I probably will be doing another cross-platform here within the next couple weeks just to kind of try to bring more people over to the YouTube. So for those of you that can't share, if you guys could, at least tag people into one of the other social media platforms so that they can try to find this live or at least the YouTube page. I'd appreciate the fuck out of it. Be decent humans, and we'll see you guys next Monday right here, 9:30. Love y'all.